Welcome to Terragino Painting Stuff. On this plein air adventure, we are at Flea Beach, and we're going to be painting this little 12 by 9 oil painting on location.
I'm not sure why it's called Flea Beach. It could be because of its small size compared to the surrounding beaches. I didn't see any fleas. To get here, you have to go past Sooke, and you park on the road and walk down this very jagged path that's definitely seen some better days, and you end up on this gorgeous beach. Flea Beach also has a tire swing.
Seems legit. I'm sure this fits an adult. The dog's looking at me like I'm crazy.
This is my plein air buddy, Emily. She accompanies me on my painting trips. Being on this private expanse of sandy beach with the waves crashing in the distance makes me feel so wild and free. It looks like I'm not the only one.
Hi! Hi! So many beautiful things down here. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna paint now. I'm gonna sit down on this log. It looks pretty cozy, despite the nails. So one thing I didn't really do when I found this place was scout an actual location to paint, because I didn't really have time. So I'm gonna just take a minute to use my viewfinders to find a good composition. I really like this scene over here. It sort of keeps drawing me in, but this is also really beautiful with the surf and the trees. A lot of decisions.
I decided on the rectangular composition. I chose this scene because I loved the way the rocks looked. The waves were rolling in and crashing on rocks in the distance. And I loved the expanse of smooth gray sand.
I had a little bit of sunshine on there, but that's all right. For a palette, we have Fast Dry White by Gamblin, Titanium White, Burnt Sienna, Yellow Ochre, Ivory Black, Alizarin Crimson, Cadmium Red Medium, Terra Rosa, Permanent Green, Ultramarine Blue, Azo Green, and for a medium, I am working with Gamblin Solvent Free Gel.
I started by drawing grid lines on my 9 by 12 inch panel to match my viewfinder using a graphite pencil. Then I'm going to use my viewfinder to lightly sketch in a quick drawing.
My tide's kind of coming midway. I'm not gonna really commit to that because that changes every couple seconds. Alright, sorry for the sun on there. There's not a whole lot I can do about it because I can't put my umbrella on anything around here.
There are a lot of neutral grays in this scene, so I began by putting in some colored grays made with Terra Rosa, black, burnt sienna, fast dry white, and yellow ochre mixed with a bit of medium. And then I'm going to work in some of the lighter gray tones. I'm holding the camera by hand and focusing just on the painting because there's people on the beach and I didn't want to film them. I'm also trying to keep the dog calm. Her greetings can be a bit too enthusiastic for some people. Introductions can be very dramatic with her. When I scouted this beach, it was a very quiet day, so I thought it would be a good place to bring Emily and practice painting some waves. But it turned out to not be as quiet as we had hoped, and I had to facilitate some meetings between Emily and beachgoers. When she decides a person is okay, she is very, very friendly, and people can't help but fall in love with her.
So, looks like a Plein back in business here. I had a lot of drama with barking. There were some children on the beach, and of course, Emily is a magnet for children, but it's really a one-way relationship. She's not crazy about children. I don't know if she had a bad experience or what's going on there, but she ended up knocking over my solvent container.
Painting outdoors is as fun as it is challenging. Every time I go into nature to paint, it's an adventure. Especially with my plein air buddy Emily. There's a lot of neutral tones in this scene, so I'm mostly using my earth colors. And ivory black, fast dry white, and titanium white. I'm looking for an average of the wave activity, putting in the darker tones first. The tide was going out and the light was going down, casting a golden glow over the rocks that was reflecting in the sand. I debated on whether to add this pile of bull kelp that was laying in the sand, and I decided to include it just so that I could have the opportunity to play with the paint. The salty air and the sound of the tide cleans away all of your anxieties. That's one of the things that I love about plein air painting. It's just immersing yourself in nature for an hour or two, sometimes 3 if you get lucky and your plein air buddy allows it.
I think I'm gonna call it an evening. I've got some lovely warm light, but we're getting pretty cold, and I'm actually a little bit afraid of having a bear encounter down here. Thank you so much for joining me for another plein air adventure. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you paint something beautiful.